are watching T Radio V, radio in TV.
Welcome to the Poe Show, broadcasting live from T Radio V in Hollywood. This is where we elevate the creative cult. This is where creatives can be seen, so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us. I'm Poe. August 18th through the 24th, Oculus by Pyramid Oracle at BSMT Space 5D, Stoke Newington Road, London. Showcasing a collection of intricate and symbolic works that examine the dimensions of human spirit and the complex world that it inhabits. In a world where everything is recycled, nothing is new under the sun, with all things constantly being repurposed, there is no originality, only paths that are authentic. By exploring the metaphysical, it seeks to capture the often imperceptible geometric systems that permeate through all of nature and revisit venerable means of understanding the great, mysterious architecture of the universe. A private viewing will be held on the 18th at 6 p.m. RSVP to info@bsmt.co.uk for more info. And that, can you show that piece again? That was such an amazing street artist. He is so cool. What is his name now? Cyrus Fountain? He's London-based, and he's awesome. Anyway, so he's part of that show. Okay, Friday, August 12th, 8 to 12 p.m., Ellen and Robbie, album release at Beyond Baroque, 681 Venice Boulevard, Venice, California. Ellen and Robbie, they've been on the show. You know who they are. They're amazing. They're releasing their debut album, Skywriting with Glitter, appropriately themed. Delicious and conscious food provided by Lightning in a Bottle's own LOVE Love Cafe. Brought to you by the brilliant creator of Fuck Yeah Yoga and owner of Peace Yoga. Joining an evening of music, poetry, performance, and inspired living. $20 gets you in, a download card. 5 raffle tickets, $25 gets you in, a download card. 5 raffle tickets. And the yet-to-be-released CD with brilliant album art by Brandon Alterman. Ellen Mabie's powerful spoken word performances of her poetry, coupled with the angelic voice of poignant piano compositions by Robbie Fitzsimmons, unite the two venerable art forms together, creating new art. Skywriting with Glitter is a colorful feast for the imagination, a roller coaster of emotion that swirls together two prolific souls into a unique and inspired symbiosis. Definitely check them out. You guys loved that show. Ellen and Robbie, they're absolutely amazing. Beyond Baroque is absolutely amazing. Holiday Mason was here a few weeks ago, and she is big with Beyond Baroque, the wonderful poet. So that's where it is. Okay, so today, nothing new really. We're just going to make stuff up as we go along, but that's what we do basically on the Poe Show because we're creative people and we just want to do whatever the fuck we want to do. So in the studio I have an actor, comedian, teacher, and owner of the Improv Sketch Digital Production Theater and School here in Hollywood, Pack Theater, right down the street. A man who has lived and breathed improv going on 3 decades.
Yeah.
Improv Battle Lord, Miles Stroth.
Improv Battle Lord.
Say it again like that.
Improv Battle Lord.
Say it deeper.
Yes, that's something someone else made up.
Well, it's on your Twitter. You have to watch what you have online and what you have on social media because I use it because I just met you.
I don't even.
So I believe everything that I see.
I think I've only tweeted a couple actual tweets. I mean, on Twitter.
Did you flap your wings while you did it?
As I understand it, like everything I put on Facebook goes to Twitter. So
Well, if you have it set up that way.
that's how I have it set up. So I've never actually gone to Twitter to tweet. I think that there are people at the theater who use my account to tweet stuff, maybe.
Ooh. You
But-
should look at that maybe once in a while. Like a
Check it out, make sure
mutation.
I'm not being seen as an asshole because someone's putting shit out there.
Or otherwise, or something else. Assholes aren't always bad. It could be, I don't know, who knows? It could be porn.
Could be, well, now I have to check. I don't want to
You
be
don't want them
putting
too
porn
small?
out. I don't want to be putting porn out into the world.
Depends on the porn. There's enough porn in the world, isn't there?
It seems.
Okay, so you're just right next door.
Yeah, I'm about 6 blocks down the street.
Okay, 6 blocks down the street. So at Pack Theater.
As the Pack Theater, we just recently went 7 days a week, so we took over the space.
When did you open that space?
We've been putting up shows there for about 3 or 4 years, I think. We started with just one show a week, and then as it grew, we got to a place where it's like, let's just take the damn building and see if we can put up shows.
So
7
was there
nights a week.
shotguns involved and
No,
gas?
guns in terms of money. It was-
Yeah, big guns.
I just walked into the manager's office with a pile of money and said, give me that theater. And he did. Because money is what makes shit happens in this town.
I know, isn't that a bummer? Well, most towns, most worlds.
In this world.
Yeah. That's where creatives are kind of fucked. Yeah, money and creativity. We got to work on that.
Oh, we need
that
it.
whole thing. Well, we need it to do it.
Like, that's age old. I mean, all the classic artists were paid by the wealthy of the time
I
to
know.
do
So
their
why
stuff.
can't? Come on, give it up. Give it up, wealthy of the world.
Well, that's something the government tries to do a little bit. They don't do it very well, but they try.
There's. My father said, "Are you going to try? Or are you going to do it?" There's trying to do it or doing it.
Yeah, there's doing. And
It's perception. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. If you're going to try to, pussy, whatever.
so mainly what this show is about today is looking for a wealthy sugar daddy to back
Is that what you're here for?
our shit.
Is that what you're here for?
It could be. It could be. I could find a wealthy donor to back the theater,
A
and then
donor.
I wouldn't have to.
Is it a sponsor or a donor? Donor sounds like they're going to take parts, though.
No. The donor would be giving parts.
I know. Oh, well, what are you going to do with them? Like, I don't eat liver.
Yeah, I don't want parts. The only part I want is the wallet. I want the wallet part, so I don't have to worry about money anymore.
Okay, you need to tell us what you do.
What I do.
What you've done for your entire life.
For
'Cause
my
it's not just
entire
what you
life.
do. Yeah.
A lot.
Creatively.
Well, I started creatively.
Okay, your time's up.
All right,
Okay,
that was
so
it.
no,
That was it. Thanks for having me.
go ahead.
No, creatively, I didn't really start doing anything till I was about 21. But you could say the spark of it started in high school when I did plays and musicals.
So were you in drama?
I was in drama.
So you like the stage?
I liked the stage.
Okay.
In high school, I was also, at least briefly, I was on the basketball team. So they didn't give me a lot of shit because I was also like a jock, but I was also in the dance troupe.
That's awesome. That doesn't happen often. You got to be a big guy to pull that off.
It's fine. I remember a guy. I can't remember his name. And I'm not a big guy. I was a point guard. But I was a kid in high school who was a senior when I was a freshman. And I remember I was on the dance troupe just because I could, and they said I could do it. I'm like, all right, I'll do that too. And he was the captain or the biggest guy on the basketball team of the seniors. I remember he came up to me and said, I wish I had the nuts to do that. I'm like, when I was your age.
Really?
And I was like, that meant a lot to me. Just a guy saying, the biggest guy in school basically saying, that takes nuts. And I'm just like, cool, I'm going to keep dancing.
I just want to dance. Okay, we're going to cut to a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. It's already that time. Ooh la la.
The art thing is like way more elaborated than the illustration stuff, I would say. Like it's more over the top. You can't sell like skulls to Red Bull or whatever.
Yeah.
So they would say, no, I don't want that. it's a good freedom for me. Like,
Yeah.
I really feel like that that's my thing, what I wanted to do in life, like graphic design and art, because I studied art before graphic design for 4 years, and I didn't feel comfortable with only art.
I like reduced paintings, I like reduced design work, I like reduced walls. I think concept is king somehow. Yeah, I like symbolism, I like this kind of mystic things. I like to think about what exactly am I doing, and now every stroke gets important in this work. It's not like, okay, I can do a fading over here and everything will look good. It's not about looking good now. I just want to put more meaning into the works, yeah.
Hey, welcome back. Okay, as you were saying, Miles,
As I was saying, I don't recall what I was saying. We weren't
you said
very-
you were a dancer.
I took 3 years of dance
Wow.
in high school.
Well, what kind of dance? There's lots of different dance.
Mostly it was jazz, modern, and ballet.
Wow. Can you stand on your toes? I guess that's a cool
Men
thing.
don't really do that. I think what you're talking about, men don't really do that. And I had a terrible point anyway. I wasn't a incredibly good dancer, but it was good training, and I got to do the dance show at the end of the year. It was fun.
So were you just as good in basketball?
I was a much better basketball player than I was.
Can you run fast?
A dancer. I can run fast, but I'm not fast like guys can be fast.
Can you?
I could play basketball. I could dribble. I could shoot. I could do all the things that you need to
He
do
can
to,
dribble
to,
and he can
to
shoot.
play basketball.
And he can dance. Ooh la la. It's a lot of talent.
Triple threat. Going to Broadway.
Triple
Can
threat.
play basketball and can dance.
Yeah, why
and
didn't
something else.
you go to Broadway? It was on the wrong side of the states.
I never even thought performing was a possibility coming out of high school. I thought it was just something fun I did in high school.
Isn't that what it is supposed to be?
Well, yeah, but I didn't see the possibility of making it a career. That seemed completely unrealistic to me coming out of high school.
Well, anything creative, it really isn't a career. Do they say, oh, honey, to make money and be successful, you need to go to learn how to be creative?
No, I didn't
Learn
get that.
some Of course not. Because who makes money at it? Nobody makes money at it.
That's true.
The greatest on the planet didn't make money at it until they died. And then they didn't make money at it.
You're talking about the classic artists?
Anyway. Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah.
There are
but-
ways to make. I mean, a lot of people are making a lot of money doing creative stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, for me, coming out of high school, it was more about you need to have a fall back plan, or actually coming out of high
A
school.
fall over plan.
Yeah, coming out of high school, I didn't even plan like I'm going to go do something creative. I was like, actually, I came out of high school and said I'm just not going to go to college and get a shitty job. So I was like, that's a better life choice, I suppose.
That's a good goal.
Yeah, well, I made it. I attained that goal. I had a crappy job and nothing going on. And actually, what happened with me in 1988, I broke both my legs.
Ooh.
I was hit by a car and
No.
thrown 72 feet, and it shattered both my legs.
Now,
and-
see, that's something you can't find on the social media.
But in the year and a half that I was laid up, that's when I kind of decided.
Is that when you got funny?
No, I didn't get funny. I got bored and thought I should probably do something with my life. I'd actually just started taking a player's workshop class in Chicago before I broke my legs, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna do that.
How did you get hit by a car?
Walking across the street like a man possessed. It was just a guy came out from behind. It was at night. The guy was trying to pass another guy from right behind. I didn't see anything. I was walking across the street, lights out,
Next thing
lights
you know,
up.
you're in the
2 days
hospital.
later in a trauma center.
Oh my God. So it took you a year and a half to recover.
I was in cast for about a year and a half, yeah. And these are old-timey casts. Apparently, like the year after I broke my legs, they had like major breakthroughs in orthopedics where you could just put like a pin in there and you didn't have to have a cast. I had the old school, casts up to your nuts for like 2 years.
Wow.
So,
Was there chafing?
oh yeah, your legs atrophied damn near to the fucking bone and become hairy as shit.
Wow.
So a hanger becomes your best friend.
Very interesting. That must have been terrible. So who took care of you?
My family, God bless them. I had a hospital bed set up in the dining room,
imagine.
and I laid there. And the shame of it really is I had a year and a half, a good solid year of which I was just laying there, and I could have read so many books.
Were you depressed?
I could have.
Were you just like
I became really good at just sort of killing time. But
watching?
like what I did actually, I think of the things I could have done. Instead, I played Tetris till it stopped dropping pieces.
Ooh.
Basically, so to me, I was like, I beat Tetris. I'm just like, all right, I'm done.
You
I've
could put that on
accomplished
your
something.
resume. That's kind of an achievement.
I could. I don't know for what. I don't know where I would be applying with that on my resume.
Wouldn't that drive you insane eventually, though, Tetris? I always thought, okay, you got to stop playing this game because you're going to completely lose it. That never happened, huh?
No. And I remember, I'll never forget the day the pieces just stopped coming. I think the game was like, I've had it with you, man. All you do is make the pieces disappear all fucking day.
No more pieces for
No
you.
more, no more pieces for you.
You're an addict. You're done. It's over.
It's like,
Cold
all right.
turkey. Okay.
Time to watch TV.
Okay. Let's see some of Miles' funny improv stuff. Let's go to Heather and Miles. This is actually from 2011.
Let harmonica call you. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was gonna rape you, but.
On the left-hand side of your desk is a questionnaire. On the right side is the gum.
Oh.
I would like you to chew a piece of the gum and then write down your feelings on the questionnaire. You have 25 seconds.
It's stuck.
And time.
I get a piece
Please
in my
write down your feelings on the gum on the questionnaire. This is your second sample of gum.
The questions don't relate to what happened to me. I couldn't get a piece of gum in my mouth. There's no.
That down.
I
And
can write that down?
Okay, well,
I didn't
okay.
get.
Please put down the questionnaire. On your desk, you will see a package of gum and the same questionnaire. You have 10 seconds to chew a piece of the gum and write down your feelings on the questionnaire. And time.
All right. I couldn't get the piece of gum out of the wrapper.
On your desk, you will see
Aha! Yes.
a used condom.
What?
Please chew the used condom. Write down your feelings on the questionnaire. You have 5 seconds to begin.
Listen, I can just skip right to the question. I don't get it.
You don't get what?
I don't get it that you went to a church.
Oh my God! What? What? Because why? Because I go to Africa and hunt children? Who cares? You have to hide, otherwise it's no fun. I can see you.
I don't want to
I'm not. No, it's fine. I'm not taking this one.
I don't want to hide.
Go hide.
I want to
I'll
hide.
cover my eyes.
If I hide, you come shoot.
No.
We know you.
That's
We know you. You are the white devil.
You know how much I pay for this.
I want to play with my rapper.
Oh.
Rapper. It's a rapper.
Like,
Look, it is a kite, or it is a boat, or it is a hat, or it is a mustache.
I specifically said no retards. I don't know retards.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'd like a refund.
All right, now look, that kid technically wasn't retarded.
Oh.
All right? He was actually a very gifted child.
It was playing with a gum wrapper, like it's a toy.
All right, I tell you what. I'm gonna let you kill 2 kids today.
What? You looking at my business?
Fuck off! I told you to fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck. What? What's your?
I got a hot little French number over here, who I think went to the bathroom or something. She's gonna come back, and we're gonna blow each other all over this place. Fuck off.
30 years earlier. So, I don't know much about sex.
All right.
But I want to tell you how it works. Everybody has a penis. You blow them, they blow you. Blow each other all over the place.
That's what my granddad told me. So me and her, I'm gonna blow her up and down this place. Why don't you fuck off with your fucking coupons, all right?
Cookies and chips coming to me for half price.
I don't know how many times I gotta tell you to
Yeah,
fuck
well,
off.
I'll tell you to fuck off. I'll tell you to fuck off.
All right, we're clearly equals.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask you this. So, I love comedy. If you guys don't make me laugh, I'm pissed and I hate you.
All right.
I mean, that's the thing. You have to make me laugh. Okay, but my question is, so comedy is a whole different thing than improv per se, because I know there's a lot of comedy skits, and some are funny, and some you hear over and over and over, and they're still funny. A lot of times they're still funny. What's your preference? Would you rather improv, just make it up as you go along, or do you enjoy having a specific skit that you do, or do you even, yeah?
I
Leave it at
enjoy.
that.
I would rather just make it up. I'd rather just improvise. That's what I enjoy the most.
So do you do like stand-up regular skit kind of? I don't even know what the terminology is.
Well,
Comedy.
stand-up, describe. Well, comedy is the large
Describe
umbrella.
to me, because I have no idea what any of this is. What's the different?
Well, let's say in the world of comedy, that's a big world. Like there are comedic movies, there are stand-ups.
Stuff that makes you laugh.
Stuff that makes you laugh would be considered perhaps comedic or humorous. Underneath that umbrella, you have different fields. The ones that I'm closest to are like there's improvisation, there's sketch comedy.
What is
There-
that? Can you just explain sketch?
Sketch comedy. You have lots of examples of that. Saturday Night Live is an example of sketch comedy. Monty Python was an example of sketch comedy. It's where a sketch is written. It's preset. It's performed. It's generally meant to be comedic. It's generally short.
So a sketch meaning what? Like there's a rough outline of it?
No, it's written.
Oh, okay.
It's a written piece that's meant to be performed comedically.
Why is it called sketch?
Because that's what they call it. I don't know who came up with
Come
the word
on,
sketch.
you are the master of this genre of creativity. You don't know what sketch is?
I'm not
came
the
from?
master of all creativity, although I do sometimes pretend
No,
to
I
have
do.
made up pretending. No, I don't know why they call it sketch. Maybe because it's an outline. I have no idea. But it's a written thing. Like I'm sure you've seen Saturday Night Live. Like that's all sketch comedy.
So, but is it because it's among different people? Like there's more people instead of just a comedian? Because a comedian, he has kind of a script, a thing that he does.
Well, generally, yeah. Generally, a stand-up comedian has a routine that he does.
Okay, it's a routine. So a sketch involves more than one person?
Generally, I would say a sketch involves more than one person, but it doesn't have to. A sketch can be written for one person.
I'm still confused.
Well, there's all kinds of different theater.
I'm going to look this up. You know, one thing I just discovered was I listened to NPR, and there's, what is it called? Wait, I know this? Is that what it's called?
I
Do you
don't
know that?
I
Oh, you don't know
know
that show? Oh
No.
my gosh, it was, right? What? I can't hear the tech person. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
he does, but I can't hear him. Anyway, it was very funny. You don't know about it. You should listen to it. It's on Saturday, 12-ish, which is a weird time to be listening, or 11 to 12-ish on NPR. It's very good, actually.
All right, I'll
Okay.
take
check
your
that.
word for it.
It's about the current events. What's going on in politics and current events at the time, and it's kind of, there's different, like, it's kind of like a game. Anyway, check it out. Okay, so sketch. Go back to sketch.
Sketch. Not what I do.
Not what you do.
No.
Because you like to make stuff up instead.
I like to
On
make
the
stuff
go.
up. I mean, it's not my field of expertise. Like in the theater I run, we have guys who teach sketch and run sketch shows. I'm more teach on the improv side of the theater. That's what I've been doing for the past almost 30 years. I'm an improviser. Although, I mean, I have done sketch.
But you
I
started
love
at the
sketch.
age of 5.
Yes, because I'm 35 years old. It's funny because you said that, and it's like, that still makes me fucking 35 years old. It's like, so I can't get much younger if I've been doing something for 30 years. I'm 50, and I have no problem with being 50. I love being 50.
50's a great age, right?
50's like, don't fuck with that guy, man. He's 50.
He's
Fucking 50, man.
50.
It's like, I hate the 9. It's like 29. It's like, what's the point? You're almost 30. Just be 30. Because 30 is like, oh, he's an adult. 40 is like, oh.
He's an adult, right?
Yeah, 40 is like, that's a man. And 50 is like, don't fuck with that guy, he's 50.
That's-
Serious.
you know, that's
it's
good.
a serious age.
It's a serious age.
Yes.
How about women? Is it different for women?
I have no idea. I'm not a woman. I don't know how a woman.
You don't have a vagina.
No, I do not.
You're married.
I do not. I'm married. So, but I certainly
think
don't.
you do.
I don't consider that mine.
I'm not going to go there at all. Okay, we're going to take a break so we can regroup on this topic. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go away. Today, we're kicking up our heels. I got my heels on. 100% foot stomping, cigar, box, rock and roll, down, home, front, porch, Delta blues.
Jamming a stick through a box and putting strings on it.
My friend gave me that suitcase, and Jason had been looking for one for a while, but I remember I opened it up and it just stunk.
Okay, that's a drum. Okay, so it stunk. Does it still stink? More like whiskey,
It
less
does.
like.
Smells like spilt beer.
And what does that sound like?
Dad just had a baby, so have to go meet my
Your
half
dad had a
brother.
baby?
Mhm. Well, yeah, it's a weird thing like that.
Is
Arnold
that a-
Schwarzenegger movie?
Scrubbing through Craigslist a little bit.
Scrubbing through Craigslist for a harmonica player.
On the personals or whatever.
Are you ready? Are you ready? What are you guys gonna play for us?
The song about chickens?
Polina, she works the gate and it starts at midnight and don't fit. The 3-string noise machine. That's
Oh,
all.
wow, that really sounds
3 strings.
good. 3-string noise machine.
You're ready for the chicken fight. Pabst, the ribbon bottles.
Yes,
I
you
drank
did.
a ton of Pabst, but then
Ooh.
it caught up. I couldn't drink enough. I couldn't drink enough Pabst to make the slides, and it got too intensive. So.
To forever be alone.
Hey, welcome back to the Hollywood Post Show. So on Friday, August 26th, 7 to 10 p.m., Purple Stardust Pole Show at the Federal Bar, 5303 Lankershim Boulevard, North Hollywood. This is a tribute to beloved artists Prince and David Bowie. This show celebrates the lives, music, influence, and vision of these powerful music icons. This is an intimate dinner theater experience perfect for date night, which I can't imagine pole dancers at a date night. But anyway, or an evening with friends, sounds more like it. Experience the full range of creative expression through the art of pole. Strong, sexy, outrageous. This is the word that's weird as an adjective in this whole deal. Deep. Don't know what that's about. Funny and evocative performances. I would say provocative. From gorgeous performers. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show begins at 8. Table for 4 is $180. General admission $35. Tickets available at lusciousmaven.com. This show is expected to sell out, so get your tickets today. For a full lineup and more info, visit epr.la. Check that out. The Federal Bar is awesome. If you've not been there, I went and saw Susie Malone there and BP Major. Friday, August 12th, 6 to 9 p.m., Immortalized. Sometimes Beauty Never Fades at Art Hatch 317 East Grand Avenue, Escondido, California. Art Hatch and Distinction Gallery are pleased to announce their 6th annual art exhibit devoted to hot rods and customs of distinction. This art auction charity benefit features a group of nationally recognized artists. All artwork will be auctioned off with a starting bid of only $100. Proceeds go to Distinction's annual art scholarship donation for Palomar College students in honor of Charles Chuck Leslie Walker. The event runs in conjunction with Escondido's famous Cruisin' Grand. This event is free to the public with a suggested donation of $5 to benefit Cruisin' Grand. Live music by duo with Buzz Campbell, Hot Rod Lincoln, Lee Rocker, and Johnny Bowler, Guanabats. Also, a pinup contest, so be sure to come in your best vintage outfit. The bustier and stockings and the whole thing. Ooh la la. I don't know why I keep doing the French thing all day today. For participating artists and more info, visit arthatch.org. The exhibition runs from August 12th through September 3rd. So check that out. That sounds super fun. Okay. So we're going to talk about Pack Theater. Can we show that photo of Pack Theater? I know I'm way off track here. That's from Cut 9. Okay. Pack Theater. It's right down the street. What's the address?
It's right there.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
6470 Santa Monica Boulevard.
And I told you guys I was there. I was there for Long Hard Tuesdays, which I love. I've said it a few times on there. My listeners know that I talk about you.
Those are great shows.
I talk about you. Those Long Hard Tuesdays. Okay, so let's just go right into the photo so we can talk about the shows. I mean, the shows that you have going on. You have like, are you 7 days a week?
7 days a week now.
And I just took this from the calendar from, I think it was just social media. So probably not all of them are on here, but I just wanted to kind of run through some of them. Rude Mondays to start with. So what's Rude Mondays all about?
Rude Mondays, we feature.
8/8, that's today.
That's today. That'll be tonight. Rude Mondays feature some of our house improv teams. It's more of a night focused on improvisation. It also affords the opportunity for some of our students to get up and play. The nights are kind of separated into nights that focus more on improv, or focus more on sketch, or focus more on variety.
Whatever those differentiations are, which I still don't know. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, though.
It's all right.
I'm just the broom.
Sketch just means it's written.
Push broom.
That's all it means.
It's written. Okay, so these are your teams and also students, or just students?
Most of the players at the theater have also gone through the training program.
Oh, even your students know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, well they do once they finish the program. But we also have a lot of spots that we invite players from different places to come and play.
That's cool. I like that about you. You promote everybody. Everybody's in the same boat. That's what I do here with creativity. No competition in creativity, right?
High tide raises all ships.
Ooh, raises the shit, he said.
Ships.
Okay.
Ships.
Long Hard Tuesday. Let's go to some of those. Long Hard Tuesday, Pack Theater. Okay, I've talked about this a lot, and this is actually what I went to, and I told them it was very funny. So this is improv too.
Yes, depending on what you saw. I'm assuming if it was Tuesday night, it would have been improv. Yeah.
No, it was. And so I saw Yay, and I saw Rat Throat. and I
Right.
saw, it was Familia is the one that I saw,
Familia.
which I don't know if that was improv or not.
Yeah,
I know the first two were.
Familia, because they also do sketch, so I'm not sure. That's Victor Lopez's team, I believe.
Okay, but we have coming up tomorrow is, this is one of them, debate. This is like the last one on the thing. That's okay. Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
this is the one tomorrow.
I can tell you right now, I am not familiar with every show that's at the theater.
Okay, but these are comedy sketches. Okay, so these are sketches. But what I saw was the sketches, which they have a explain what the Long Hard Tuesdays is. Don't you pick a particular sketch?
No, Long Hard Tuesdays is another night that's generally focused on improvisation, although they might have filled in a slot with a sketch for the night.
I see.
I'm not sure. But the shows you saw, like I know Rat Throat and Yay, those would have been definitely improvised shows, yeah.
Okay.
Although one of the highest compliments an improviser can receive is the accusation that his show was written.
Oh, this was funny. No, you could tell it was improv, but it was funny. I kind of wish I could do that. Okay, let's go to the deconstruction. Deconstruction is that usually on Wednesday, or is it?
It moved. It was on Tuesdays, but they
Oh, it
moved
is
it. I'm not
Tuesday.
sure
Oh,
to
that's
when.
right.
Well, it was on Tuesday. I think they moved it. That's HMS Death, correct? Is performing the deconstruction, or is it a different team now
There's
performing?
two. There's actually two. I have the one for tomorrow, the 9th, and the one for 8/16. This is just August's schedule.
Yeah, our schedule is pretty insane. We've got 4 different slots going every night, usually 2 different shows per slot. About 200 players perform at the theater every week. So there's lots of different stuff going on.
It's a great little theater.
I love that space.
Yeah, that's a great space. It's a really great space. Okay, so then after that, is there another deconstruction, or is that it? No. Okay.
That's the JTS Brown, which is a different kind of long form.
Okay, there's the other one.
In improvisation, there are different kinds of long forms.
Oh, for
Some
fuck's sake.
some move faster, some move slower. Some are based on openings, some are based on monologues, some are based on words, some are based on scenes, but they're all generally about 20 to 30 minutes long, and a group of players just make shit up for that long.
How fun is that? But with
I'm
parameters.
just trying to explain to you some of these things
No,
that you don't
please
understand.
do, because I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, but there's no rules. Like a deconstruction is generally the examination of a single scene. How many different ways can you be inspired by a single scene? Whereas the JTS Brown is more an exploration, and I'm going to do a disservice to the form because I don't teach it, but it's more an exploration of the world that the players are in. And that's probably a poor explanation of the JTS Brown. You should just go out and see it.
Okay.
I've actually never done the JTS Brown. That was a form created in Chicago back when I was still in Chicago, but I saw it, and now I can't describe it.
But the deconstruction,
It's indescribable.
You had a big part of that.
I helped invent the deconstruction with my team, the family, and Del Close back in Chicago. But the deconstruction we do is the form I made up based on what we did back in Chicago.
How fun! So you tear the bricks out, tear it apart. Okay, you also have a podcast.
Yes, I have a podcast, Pack Theater Improv Podcast.
Okay, can you pull those up? There's a few of them. You have once a week. Is it once a week?
Yep, once a week I do a podcast and set.
Once a week, and there's all these people coming up.
This week is Bob Dassey. Next week, you list all the people who are coming up. That's a ball, because we just talk for half an hour, and then me and whoever is on do a half-hour, 2-person improvised set.
So totally improvised.
So it's totally improvised, multiple scenes, multiple characters, and the range of people on stage has gone from very experienced to never been on stage before.
What's the difference? Is there a difference? Sometimes or not always?
There is a difference, but to me, it's equally enjoyable, and it's so fun to play with a different person every week, because I don't know exactly what they're going to do, and it's funny because some of the people who've never been on stage before, those were some of the funner shows.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying, because you don't have any. That's the same with painting. It's better if you sometimes to start painting if you don't know anything, because then you just do what you do. You do what comes out, and a
Yeah.
lot of creative things.
Well, that's one of the things, like in improv, a lot of times what they'll say is like, before you start, if you want to be an improviser, it's almost the best thing you can do is not try or not want to be an improviser. Because the minute you start trying to be an improviser, you kind of start fucking it up.
I think that's true with most forms of creativity, actually. It's good to know later, after you kind of know that you like it or know that you have something for it, then learn some things about it. Why this works and why this doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me, when, like, I used to do a thing in Chicago called Anyone Can Be Funny. It was a game, and it's part of an improv jam. And I'd get someone from the audience who'd never been on stage before, so like someone's mother or something is what I'd try for. Someone who didn't want to be on the stage. Then we'd do like a 5-minute scene. And it would always work because all that person does is say the first fucking thing that occurs to them. That's
perfect.
And
That's what I mean,
that's
yeah.
absolutely perfect. Where most improvisers, when they're first starting, they say no to that, and they try and be funnier than that, and they inevitably they fuck up the scene.
So the thing about improv is you just go with it and you don't think about it.
Yes.
So anybody can do it.
Yes,
Just
anyone can do it.
Whatever comes to your mind
Whatever comes to your mind is the right thing to say.
is right. But it can't be. I guess it's got to be censored. Like you got to have bleeps if that's the case, because there's probably a lot of fuck would come out of my mouth.
Right. Well, a lot of fuck comes out of my mouth. But yeah, you still can train. It's just that when you're actually playing, you shouldn't be thinking. You should just be listening and reacting with the first thing that occurs to you. You can then go study it and improve your understanding of what you're doing, which will then change what the first thing that occurs to you is. But the joy of it is just the play. When you just walk on stage and just doesn't matter. There's nothing to figure out. Just whatever occurs to you is the thing to do.
Okay, so at this point, do you feel like there's a freedom to what you're doing because you don't? I mean, I've heard some of your other interviews, and it's like you kind of let go. Okay, that just kind of confined me into this thing. I'm better if I just let it go.
Right.
Do you feel freer now? Like what you're doing is just like you just do it.
Oh yeah,
It's fun. It's good.
Especially in play. I used to think too much when I played, and when I finally gave that up, I felt completely free. And on stage, it's the freest I feel.
But do you think all of that was necessary to get where you are?
Yes.
That worry and that.
Everyone goes through that phase where they have to break through that wall that says, you know, you're not enough, or you have to think to be funny, or you have to be faster. And when you get through that, then you're really free. It doesn't mean that all that study isn't valid or isn't worth something, because it was. I'm free now because my reaction is so trained. My reaction is so trained where it doesn't offer me terrible ideas, right? The first thing that occurs to me isn't necessarily a terrible idea. The first thing that occurred to you might be a terrible fucking idea if you're starting out, but that's okay. Say it anyway. Learn that it's a terrible idea.
You're kind of describing life in general, though.
Yes, I am. And
There's no difference.
there's some difference. This is on stage in front of people, but that's about it.
Well, we're usually on stage in front of people, at least, even if we're looking in the mirror.
Yes, because all the world is a stage.
All the world is a stage. That's what I heard anyway from a man long ago. Okay.
He was a good guy.
Was he a good guy?
Yes, I think so. I like to think he was.
You don't know.
Or
don't
was he
know
many
that.
men?
Or was he a man at all? Who
Yes.
was he? Yeah, many men, actually. Yeah, mini-me. Okay, we better take a break. Let's take a break so we'll stay on schedule or get closer to it.
We were doing spoken word, spoken song, but we talked about photographers, we talked about painters, we talked about dancers, we talked about Shakespeareans, regular actors, poets, writers.
Art on any level, whether it's music, visual art, writing, any kind of creative endeavor, that there's a value to it.
We merged the worlds together, the art world and the music world.
They say everything is with the right brain, the visionary, the imagination. So what we need to do is, as spirit beings who have limitless potential, is to tap into the left brain.
When you improv, you're completely connected to the music.
Coming from the opposite direction, I started with the best of the best.
Exactly.
Right? I started with Versace and Armani and Yves Saint Laurent.
kind of becoming like the rock star thing to do. Is instead of being in a band and going on tour, we just go on tour to paint walls. And
it is a challenge for us how to be true to ourselves and at the same time be able to pay bills, be able to do it as a vocation.
The industry has changed. We have gaming, we have animation industry.
I started my career as an animator, a Disney character animator.
A figure drawing instructor at Noman School of Special Effects.
Create a sculpture within a sculpture within a sculpture. You can create things that unfold, you can create things that work and walk around and things like that. So people's imagination is just going to be ignited.
Yeah, I was a professional stage actor for 8 years in New York.
What was weird is that when I was spinning around, I literally I started laughing uncontrollably, and I felt like I was going insane.
Creativity and art in all shapes and forms is a way of communication with everybody. It goes through language barriers and racial barriers and everything.
Okay, so when you're improvising,
Right.
improvising, do you kind of black out, and do you remember what happened after? Is it recorded so you can see what happened after?
I remember what happened.
Oh, you do?
I always
Okay.
remember. I don't go into a Zen state or anything. I'm aware of everything that's happening. I'm just trying not to think at all, and so it's more like a meditation than it is like blacking out. It's just that I try to calm my mind so that I can really hear the other person on stage.
So you really do, though. It's all very conscious.
Well,
That's a weird word. Yeah, that's kind of the wrong word.
At this point, I'm not conscious of it. In describing it to students, that's how I describe it. It's like my mind is calm because I know that their minds are racing. And I'm like, no, you have to calm your mind so that you can listen to the other player because they're going to tell you everything you need to know. And all you need is your reaction. So it's calm and free. And it's surprising where it winds up going because you don't know. I don't know what I'm going to wind up saying. And sometimes my mind will tell me to say something that I'll disagree with, but I'll say it anyway. And then a moment later, I'll be like, oh, that was a great thing my brain gave me. It's like, thanks, brain, because I wouldn't have said that otherwise. But somehow I was aware in the moment to say that more than I was consciously aware of what to say. I just let myself
So do you
say
think, though, that your mind is like when you said, oh, don't say that? What part of your brain, I study the brain, I'm sorry, and so I'm probably getting off on a weird thing, but I'm reading this book, I don't remember the author's name, but it's called Brain Tricks. Like there are certain things that are built into our brain, like you have to fucking have babies, even though, no, I don't need babies and we're
Right.
overpopulated. So those kind of things are territorial or whatever. So when you say, so I thought about doing this and then my brain said, oh, no, don't do that. And then, oh, okay, but I did it anyway. So where does that fit into that whole play? Do you think you're tricking into, okay, I'm going to do it anyway?
I think the way I think
Screw your brain.
the way I think our brains work, which is completely just my theory, not backed up by any science at all that I know of or have researched. But I think when anyone encounters any sort of stimulation, if I say the word dog, we all either picture the word dog or a dog of some kind.
I just saw dog shit.
Yeah, well, there you go. With something
On my
clearly associated with dog. Now, our brains always react to any stimulation. Our first reaction to that should be the thing we say. Sometimes we'll be stimulated by something on stage. It could be a move in a scene, and our brains will react and give us something to say, and then we'll say, no, I need to do better than that, and we'll try and be funnier than we actually are,
And
we'll screw up the moment, as opposed to, no, go with what your brain gives you, because, by the way, that's who you are. No one is faster than they are right now. No one can think themselves to a better place right now. You just have to go with what your brain offers you. And that's why sometimes my brain will offer me something, and a younger me would have been like, no, I can't do that. I have to go into my head and think and figure this out. Whereas me, I'm just like, all right, I will now say Rumpelstiltskin
You know
for
what
no
this
apparent
is?
reason.
You know what this is? It's your right brain and left brain fighting. That's what it is. The creative side will do whatever it feels like. The left brain's, wait a minute. What are the consequences if you do that? That's the difference.
Right, and you just let go of that, and just say
Yeah,
whatever the
fuck
hell.
you, left brain.
Say whatever the hell occurs
Just
to you.
bring us the money. That's all we need the left brain for. Just kidding. Okay. Are we done? Oh, we are done. Okay, Miles, where can we find you? And when are you at Pack Theater? I know when you're
I do
at Pack
shows
Theater,
at
but
Pack Theater. On
tell
Wednesday night, I
everybody
do the podcast and set. On Saturday night, I do Zumpf with Dan Backedall, which is a two-person amazing show. After that, I do the teacher show on Saturday night. Those are the nights I'm performing. But we have shows 7 nights a week, 4 different hour blocks of shows. The variety is incredible. Stand-up, sketch, improv, variety, musical, freak show, weird shit happens at that theater. One of our main rules is don't be boring. If you're boring, we don't want you on the stage.
I was not bored.
Yeah, it's a fun place. Y'all ought to come down and hang.
Okay, definitely go. Any day of the week, right? Any day of the week.
Any night of the week.
So any night of the week would be funny?
Yes.
No non-funny people are allowed on the stage.
I'm going to say there are no non-funny people allowed on the stage. And if a moment isn't funny to you, then what you're seeing is comedy of the future. It's something that years from now.
Is that a disclosure you sign when you walk in the door?
Well, I'm just saying if you see something in our theater that isn't funny in that moment to you, that just means you haven't evolved enough.
You're too dumb to figure
you
it out.
You haven't evolved enough to appreciate the comedy in that moment. But years from now, you'll think back.
Oh yeah, that's what he meant.
That's right, and you'll tell your grandkids that you were there when that dumb fucking joke first happened.
You're awesome. Okay. Anybody who has been on the show or is going to be on the show or anything about the show, go to www.wetpuzzlepiece.com. You'll find this archive if you missed it today, which I know most of you didn't because this is an awesome guest. You'll find it tonight on wetpuzzlepiece.com. So check it out. Check out everybody that I'm going to have on and I've had on. They're all amazing creatives. And we'll see you next week. And I can't remember who. Oh, we're going 3-dimensional virtual reality again with Timothy Smith. So don't miss next week. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
You are watching T-Radio Me, Radio and TV.